Hi, I'm Bob DaCosta filling in for Dan Drake, and this is Front Up, and I'm here with Jason Bridges, our newest selectman, or as I like to say, my replacement. We're going to talk about all kinds of things today. Jason, good to see you.
Thanks
for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So it's been 2 months now. Your feet are wet now. What do you think? How you doing?
I really like it. I'm not just saying that because we're on camera. I really like, whether it's walking down the street and someone says, hey, can I talk to you about something? I really enjoy that. You know, we're kind of still in the listening phase, knowing what all different parts of Nantucket want to say, or what they like and don't like, and you hear a little bit of that. But as soon as you get behind, as soon as you become on the board, then it changes a little bit. People are.
Yeah, I was amazed. When I thought I would get accosted, and people were really good.
Mm-hmm.
If you're out with your wife, or you say, just what, I can talk to you about that some other time, but I'm in a social setting right now. People are really good about it, and for me anyway, I got a lot of emails and texts. I'm sure you are getting those too.
Yeah, a lot of emails.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I see you're on your summer schedule now every other week. That helps a little bit.
Yes.
Especially with all the other things you got going on. You got the coffee shop and the bike tours.
Mm-hmm.
And no more. You're done with the town now.
So yeah, on Friday was my last day public outreach manager, and still helping a little bit, just kind of people taking over certain areas. But yeah, I'm done there and focusing on obviously the board of selectmen, and the coffee shop and the bike tours.
So I went to your meeting last week. I was hoping I could just sit there quietly, but that didn't work out. I couldn't do it. Make a few comments. So I'm curious. What do you think are what is your priority here for the next year as a selectman? Everyone's got their little pet projects. What's yours going to be?
There's so many things coming in. I really think recycling, waste options, and the landfill. I think we're going to be dealing with that for the next 6 years. If I'm elected again, if I run again, elected, this next 6 years is going to be that. It's some big issues, not just the contract with waste options, just recycling in general. And at some point,
where do we go from here?
Yeah, where do we go from here? It's not as just ship it all off island. That's an option, but it's really complicated to do that.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to figure that out. I'm reading a lot about it. I'm in a lot of meetings with the consultants, trying to come up to speed, because a lot of it's been an executive session and negotiating, and so yeah, I think that's going to be major. I know Rita and I talk about it a lot. This is going to be always on our plate.
I understand that we got 3 responses for the RFP on the housing on Tacoma and Fairgrounds.
Yeah.
I
kind of flipped through them. I'm not on the committee to look at the proposals, but I flipped through them, and I think Rita is going to really kind of jump in. I don't think she's on the committee, but she's trying to be involved. She's looking at it, from an environmental way. But yeah, we got 3 responses, and I think they're all pretty good. I think that starts this week or next week, that review committee. And so things are happening. Things are moving there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And how's the bike business? Getting busy?
Yeah, just getting started. I think you can't really look at May and early June and see how your season's going to be.
Yeah.
With the amount of rain, for anything, but definitely an outdoor activity, as you know.
It's the same thing in the charter world. We get all geared up for Memorial Day, and we do a couple trips, and then we sit around with twiddle our thumbs for the first 2 weeks of June, and when we do get business, the weather's bad and the fish aren't cooperating, and we're like, oh my God, it's going to be a terrible summer. And then all of a sudden, the 1st of July rolls around and we're slammed. So.
Right. Yeah, it's very similar with the bike tours. I like being on a bike all the time, 2 times a day. In commuting now, so I'll commute to Fort Fairgrounds Road for meetings on a bike.
Yeah.
It's just you really see things differently from an infrastructure standpoint. From love listening to Nat Lowell about the curbs and how high they are, and the pedal could hit, and just all the different things that we could do. You see it when you're on a bike. I know you biked a lot in the summer as well.
I unfortunately have to bring my truck down in the morning because I need to bring ice every day, but I park the truck either in the town lot or on Washington Street and then bike around because it's easier to get around on the bike. And so you're right. I've been parking in the town lot every day now, so I see the cars that are constantly there every night that aren't getting ticketed yet. That's something we need to work on a little bit.
I think something else you asked, what are the other things that are going to be your pet project, and this could be something that is would get finished way after I'm gone, or maybe not, is the connectors to all the bike paths. We have the historical downtown, and You can't move the houses, and it's tight. How do you make it safe and more accessible for people to come downtown, walking and biking? And Washington Street and Orange Street, that's one of the big hurdles. But it can be, we can do it. Like it's.
Well, the town's going to have a unique opportunity here in the near future, because once the tank farm is moved and the waterfront gets redeveloped, the town hopefully will take that opportunity to work with the developers for a transportation center. And we have the, you know, as you're probably aware of, as I left, the last thing that I was really diligent about working on was the sidewalk improvement plan, which hopefully we'll start to see phases of it in the fall. And as we do the sidewalk improvement downtown, we can do all these connectors where we'll have wider sidewalks to walk from point A to point B, and better bike, you know, whether they're bike lanes or bike paths to get around, because, you know, the infrastructure downtown, in my mind, has sort of been neglected in the last 10 years. We've done all this road work, but we haven't improved the sidewalks. And, you know.
I agree. And it's a lot of mid-island areas around the school. People are walking more. We want people to walk.
Right.
But we need to, Williams Lane, like, there's no sidewalks there. And improving the areas that connect to the high school, so people can walk, the kids can walk, and First Way is
going to be great when that's done. I mean, that'll be a big help for the kids going back and forth to school, and much safer. So.
Right. I think something that I've, you know, the 3 years as public outreach, it's like, oh, just go pave the road, just go pave First Way. How hard can it be? And then you start learning about it, like, oh, there's sewer issues and drainage, and you have to get all that figured out before the paving's the easy part.
Yeah.
Or figuring out where to put a bike path and making it safe.
And then trying to figure out a time of year to do it. You know, I saw somebody posted on Facebook yesterday. They were complaining about the fact that the DPW was lining the streets in June, and they were like, "Well, why don't they do it in March?" Well, March is 12 degrees and the paint isn't dry. You know, you can only do this stuff so much, and there's always going to be someone who complains. So.
They try. I don't think they can do it in April, but they try to get it all done in May. But as we know, May and early June rained a lot.
Yeah, and then they've got brush to cut and everything else to, you know, get all the sand off the streets from winter storms and everything else. It's just, they only have so many people. So.
I wish I could, I don't have the numbers, but I know Asagi and, you know, that crew that does the line painting, I think they could do that for 40 hours a week for 6 weeks straight and not even get it all done. There's a lot. It's not just like you see the crosswalk that's in front of your area, but it's a lot.
Yeah. So you're going to be on the bike a lot this summer? Is that the plan? You're going to be doing the tours?
Yeah, doing the tours, coffee shop. You know, I would love to have some form of office hours.
Yeah. You
know, as being on the board, but I've talked to other board members, and office hours don't really work. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, like, come do the clean team in the morning, and then we'll have a coffee and talk about a certain subject. What did you do?
I never did office hours. A couple of the guys did. Tobias did. I don't know how well it worked for him. I was very, I gave everybody my email, and I gave everybody my cell phone and said, you know, call me. So, you know, people would come down the boat. They would find me. Yeah. You know, you'd see him in the grocery store. You'd see him here. You'd see him there.
Yeah. Boomy finds me. Somehow he always finds me.
Yeah. People find you. You know, the internet's made it. I mean, I was amazed how much of the correspondence I did with our constituents through the internet, through emails and texts. You know, people would text me a photo, say, "What are you doing about this?" I'm like, "Well, what is it?" You know,
where is it?
But who are you? You know, you just see a number in a photo, you don't know who it is. You know, but
one thing that I'm trying to do is to connect with people on Facebook. Trying to do these.
I saw your little 2-minute thing.
The 2-minute drill.
I like that a lot. Yeah. I think it's a great idea.
We have a Facebook group that's called the 2-minute drill with Rita and Jason, and sometimes it's both of us, sometimes it's just me, it's just her. Trying to, before the Board of Selectmen meeting and then after, trying to be more factual. We don't want to discuss things. Then you get an open meeting law.
Right.
Her and I, but just like, here's what you need to know, and here's why it's important, you know, and trying to like reach out to everybody who's, you're not going to be interested in every subject matter that comes before the Board of Selectmen, but there's certain things that you are. So we're trying to reach out to that. Anybody who's on Facebook. I think we have 140 members. I'm hoping it gets to 500 or 1,000. And then try to do individual ones. Like, I'll be involved with the solar field. That's that proposal at the airport. Just give an update of what's going on. Most people don't know.
Yeah. Right. I was when I first got on the board, we had just moved from the town building on Broad Street to the safety facility.
Was that your first year in that move?
Yeah, that one. I think I was like the second meeting in that room,
okay.
and it was still like the old board didn't like it, Michael, and then they're like, "We're only going to do this for the summer, and we're going to go back downtown. We need to be downtown," and we never left it, obviously. But I was amazed how many people would comment to me that they watched the meeting on TV. I thought, we'd just be, maybe 10 people sitting home watching it. I would get texts in the middle of the meeting to where I had to shut my phone off because people would start commenting to me on my phone about things we were talking about. So I would just, put the phone over in the corner and put it off. Because evidently I found out later on that if I respond to a text in a meeting, it's considered part of the meeting now and is open to open meeting law requirements. So I just would shut my phone off and put it over there.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. I mean, and that's great. I mean, I'm glad to see that people are actually involved and concerned. So.
Yeah, so it's on the website. You can watch it live or the next day. So you can watch it on your computer, laptop, or your phone, which is great. And NCTV 18, they broadcast it on their channel, which is great. And then it's also on the radio.
Right.
So there's something kind of for everybody.
Right.
So that leads me into the Comcast cable contract with NCTV 18. That's coming up. So I'm on that committee. So I'll be trying to help everybody know what's going on there, try to get the word out on things that we're going to be negotiating with Comcast on your bill, right? So you get a Comcast bill, it's 3%.
Yeah,
we're
just
talking about it?
Gino and I were just talking about it.
You need to start with my bill that I have to pay.
Yeah, Gino has to pay a ton to him.
So maybe I shouldn't have brought that up here on Front Up.
This is the right place to do it.
Yeah. Well, but so I want to make sure everybody knows everything that comes up with that, and so yeah. So I guess we'll stop there.
All right. Well, Jason, thanks for doing this with me. It's my first shot at being on this side of the desk. So hopefully Gino won't fire me after one day. But I'm getting pretty busy now with the boat, so I don't know if I'll be back probably till fall. But thanks you very much.
Thanks for having me.
And good luck with all your endeavors. I'll see you. I'm sure I'll be popping in to give you my 2 cents at some point.
Please do.